my friends, welcome to the Miss Rumphius Springtime Altered Book Swap that I am doing with my beautifully talented friend, Cara, of Paper Confessions with Cara Mia. This has been so exciting. So you guys, let me just tell you real quick. I did a tassel for her. I did a journal, as you can see, and I did a scroll. For this collaboration, we were to do a journal swap and a summer letter swap. So you're going to see that I did a scroll for her using the cover of this Miss Rumphius book. So there was like a paper cover, and so I took that off, and that's what I used for her summer letter. And then I took the rest of the book and altered it into this journal. And then I also made a tassel for her, which I'm sharing on a Tassel Tuesday, how to make a fabric tassel. So if you'd like to see that, keep your eyes open for that. Now, I'm so pleased. Let me make sure this is okay. I'm so very pleased with how this turned out. And I want you to see the spine. I mean, it's a thing of beauty, right? I love it. I put some satin ribbon through here in a crisscross pattern, sort of like a shoelace. And then I have this beautiful brad up here. I was going to connect the tassel to it, but it just didn't work out. So the tassel is a separate thing that she can hang on whatever she wants, or she can share it with somebody. That's perfectly fine. I never give anything that I don't feel like can't be handed to somebody else if that's what the recipient wants to do with it. So this is the original cover of the book, but everything else has been added to it. This is the spine, as you could see, and this is the back cover of the book. I took some scraps of fabric that I had that had buttons on it, and so I was able to put buttons in each corner. This all came from a dress that I had thrifted from the thrift store, a little girl's dress. And so this was also part of the dress. It's a nice flower. Hopefully you can see it well. I added the ruffle. That was not part of the dress. That I just added to it. This fabric here was part of the dress. This, obviously, I created special for this journal. So let's get into it. Let's have a look. Now, the other thing I have to share is I wanted to make this really, really special, and I wanted everything to work together really, really well. So I went ahead and I created a digital kit that I feel works really well with this story. It works well on its own also because it's super pretty and you'll see it, but it works really well with the story, and the colors work really nicely as well. So I'll be sure to point that out to you, but just so that you know, the digital kit that I made is called Miss Alice. I'm pretty sure that's what I named it. And it is available in my Etsy shop. Now we're starting here. This is the inside of the front cover, the actual book cover, which I cut down, by the way. The book is really wide, but I went ahead and I cut it down so that it would be more of a regular shaped journal. So a lot of construction and effort went into this project, and I loved every second of it. So this is actually a book page, and it's one of the very first pages in the actual story. This is also book page, but here's where the digital kit starts, and you can see how the colors work really nicely together. And I printed it out not as intense as it can be. I wanted her to be able to write over most of the pages. This one I didn't lighten too much, but just a little bit. And this little piece here is part of the digital kit on top of some scrapbook paper. So what you'll find in here are the original book pages as well as the digital kit, and there's probably some scrapbook paper in here as well. You'll notice that I took some of that fabric and I made some fabric tabs out of it. This is part of the printable. This one I did really light so she could just write right over top of it. This is some rice paper that I've added. You'll see here a tag. This was part of the digital kit, and I added the matching fabric with a little flower over top of it. This was just a spare cut apart, so I just figured I'd slide it into a pocket. This is a kit page. Isn't it so pretty? I love it. I think it goes with the actual book so nicely. You could see that I did some gingham trim down the side as well as a nice tab here. So here I used a piece from the book. This was part of the, I had to cut the pages. So this was like one of the cutoffs from one of the pages, and probably the very first page because it's got the story name on it. And so I turned that into a pocket, added some trim, and what I filled the pocket with was this from the scrapbook pack. I knew I had some scrapbook stuff in here. And this is scrapbook paper right here. So I printed the kit on the opposite of that. And then here I've got one of my little mini file folders, which I adore, and I popped some little tags in there. So cute. Book page with some fabric here. Book page here, center signature. With a, since this is like she's overlooking the water, I put a charm here that's got shells on it. There are, let's see, I don't know, there's a bunch of signatures in here. I'll have to count them and I'll tell you later. Anyway, I have a brad here with some of this fabric. Another tab here. So on this page we have book page with an upper pocket and scrapbook tag, along with a handmade tag, See the World. And if you read the story of Miss Rumphius, then you would know that that's something that she did, was go see the world. Scrapbook paper that I went ahead and did some stenciling on. And this is part of the printable kit. Rice paper, printable kit. The signatures are small. I wanted them to lay as flat as they could, so I did a lot of signatures, but didn't pack them so full that this would be like crazy, you know. I didn't want it to be a gator mouth. So digital kit and book page. So check it out. I think I did a pretty good job of getting her to look pretty much like her. I mean, it's pretty close. And you'll notice that she loves cats, so there's going to be cats in the digital kit as well. We have some plain writing space for her. You'll see here the fabric for the covering the spine. More rice paper. This paper has some plant material in it, or some flower material in it. This is Miss Rumphius as she gets a little bit older. She's not a child now. She's a little older. There's some ruffles here, a really pretty charm, and the color is just so nice with the ruffle and this piece of trim with the flower, and then a brad on this side and a pocket made from the book page over top of some scrapbook paper. And then both of these tags are part of the kit. So you could work with this kit without having to have this book, obviously. Rice paper. Here she is, Miss Rumphius. She's still a young adult here. I did a little bit of stenciling here in the upper part of the book page and a fabric tab. This is her at the library. Actually, this is her at the library, but this is the library scenes that I used to create pockets. And here is one of the tags using scrapbook paper. This all coordinated so nicely. I'm really happy with how all of this turned out. Part of a book page here on this tag. Here is a nice little charm, and it's a little pig with a crown. So I thought that was cute. Here we have digital kit, which I printed much later. You could write right over top of that with a butterfly and a flower and some trim. More rice paper or mulberry paper, or it could be some other kind of paper. I can't remember anymore. This is a nice belly band, very simple. I didn't want this to be a gator mouth, so I didn't put a bunch of chunky stuff. There are a few chunky things here and there, but not too much. This one is from the kit. It's got this cute little kitty cat. We have some pretty lace right here. This scene is from the kit, and the little kitty cat sitting in the, what do we call those places where it's like a glass garden house? I can't remember. Anyway, here is some, I don't think this is rice paper, but anyway, it's got the plant material in it. Purple paper. That's the end of the second signature. Here we have a piece of the kit with some trim. We have a nice little pocket, and this is a story page. And we've got 2 tags or 3, let's see. Yeah, just 2 tags. This felt thick for some reason. Some purple paper. This is mulberry paper, I know that for sure. And a nice tall tag here, part of the digital kit. Love the kitties. I think they're so cute. And we have a little horizontal belly band and a fabric tab here. This is the center spread. I didn't do anything here. I really like to leave the center spreads alone, so whoever has the journal can do whatever they want. They might just want a place for their eye to rest and leave it as is, or they might want to do something to it. So here it is, but left alone. Now on this page, as we flipped it over, we've got a pocket, so technically the pocket is here as well, but we have a pocket with 2 tags. This has a piece of the book on it, and then this is about friends. Between friends, words are optional, and a friend can tell how your day has been by the way you say hello. And we're going to slide that back in the pocket. And more of this fiber paper with the pink flower petals in it and some mulberry paper. Oh, I didn't show you the charm. So this is the third, oh, that didn't go in the pocket. I'm glad I went back. Okay, so this is the third charm, third signature, and it's a little gold butterfly. All right, mulberry paper, purple paper. Okay, we have another pocket. Now in this pocket, since this pocket is so deep, I put one of the friendship papers in it because this is really flexible paper. I didn't want to put anything in there that wouldn't bend easily just because it comes in so far. Did a little stenciling here. When the laughter is light and the memories are many, but the time is too short, you know you're with a friend. And then this side has a pretty picture of friends. So cute. All right, on this side we have more of the digital kit, and I printed this much lighter so that she could write over it. You can do that too, you guys. You can tell your printer to not do in like full saturation. And we have a little purple trim here, an upper pocket with a tag, and then the friend. The better the friend, the less cleaning you do before she comes over. That's great. I love it. All right, we have some really pretty trim, and we have a nice bead dangle here, or like a bead charm here. So this is Miss Rumphius. She's getting a little older now, and maybe she's midlife. I'm not really sure, but that's the whole story, is she goes through her life from childhood to when she's a much older lady. Lower pocket, digital kit, 2 tags, and a cloth, what do we call it? Tab. This is book page, and when we take this page, we can open it up. It's been folded a few times, and there's part of the story right there. And there's a tag right here. This is more fiber paper. I'm just going to call it fiber paper because I don't know what kind of fiber paper it is. Some of these are large, so they fold over. This is book page, where I did a little stenciling and added this to it. Beautiful book page, center signature here, and this has a gold heart. So this is the 4th signature, right? Yes, that's the 4th one. Tab, book page, fiber paper, added this, and a tab. I think I said that. When we get over here, we've got a nice little paper flip, and this is like paper with fibers in it. It's green leaves. I think they're so pretty. The paper is super soft. I love it. And a little fabric tab. This is also printable kit with a tab and a butterfly and one of my mini index cards. No, one of my mini file folders. This tag is part of the kit, and there's a little girl, and she's got her little pug dog. This is Miss Rumphius's cottage on the sea. There's some kids playing there, and these are the flowers that she loves. And I added some trim and a tab. So here we have a side tuck. This image comes from the kit. This is all scrapbook paper. This is book page with a tab. Book page. So there's a part of it where she goes to an island, and here she is on the island, and this is part of the kit. So I've got her on the beach with her umbrella to protect her from the sun. This is also part of the kit. So I tried to make the kit follow the story as well. Here she is riding a camel, and we've got one of those friend cards as well. Mulberry paper. So here's the library. She loves to read. She loves to go to the library. So I made a tag that shared that little bit of the story. Here I have a belly band, and here's a piece of the library. So this is one of the pages I had to cut down to fit the new size of the book. So I used it right here, and this is actually a book page as well. This is a book page just like the other one that looked just like this, with more, and it's a paper flip, so it's got more of the paper with the green leaves in it. This is a full library scene. Again, I printed this out super light so she could write over it, but the original kit comes more intense. And here is a key charm. And so this is number 5. This is the 5th signature. We have our cloth tab. Now this is scrapbook paper with a side tuck area with a nice big tag with a yo-yo at the top. We have some trim here and some trim here and an upper pocket, a little space for writing. This is the other side of the library, and this is an altered index card. Well, not really. This is a index card with a tab that I printed out from my Cricut. And then I added some layers. Mulberry paper here. Another scene from the story, and right here is some stenciling that I did, and another mini file folder. So fun to use this. This right here is scrapbook paper, but this is an image from the printable kit. So we're going to slide that back in there. And this is a fabric tab. So here we have another book page. I had to cut it down, so I used it right here as a pocket. This is her at the beach, and so you can see the bungalow is here, and she is here, and here she is with the kids, and just this pretty blue tag. The colors are perfect, so I figured I would add that in here. This was from one of my master boards and mixed media. So we have a little tiny tassel right here, and some trim, as you can see. This is book page right here, and then over here is also book page, and I have this little tag with the little kitty, which is from the kit. Oh, this is her cabin by the sea. We have some purple paper here with some trim. So this is a green piece. This was part of the book actually. So I did a little purple stenciling over it. This flips up, not for any particular purpose, just because that's fun. A little tab here. This is part of the kit. Here she is. She's looking at this nice house. You know, she travels a lot. She sees a lot of things. This is some more fiber paper. Here is a truck, and it's a pocket also. So I took this page and I added some stenciling to it, and then I've got a tag and another friend thing. A friend knows everything about you and loves you anyway. A friend is the one who holds the mirror so you can see yourself more clearly. Here we have another side pocket here. This is also from the kit, and this says fresh cut flowers. That's from the scrapbook kit, but the rest of it is from the digital kit, and a nice big tag with some fibers. Some more fiber paper here. Oh, hold on. In the center, I have this, and it says believe. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the 6th signature. So I think there must be 7 signatures. Some fiber paper. Also the printable kit here. Some trim and a flower and a nice upper pocket. And a nice big tag. This tag is from the kit, but I added this piece here, and it says Simple Pleasures. And I thought that was perfect with the kitty cat sleeping on the chair. Here we have some more fiber going down the side, or trim. So here's Miss Rumphius. She's much older now. She's got her kitty cat. I added some flowers here. This is the 7th signature. It says In Bloom with the purple paper, and here's the fiber paper. Here's some green paper, and I very, very, very lightly did some stenciling on there and added a butterfly. This is just a nice space to write. Book pages right here. Some seam binding going down the edge of this one. Another book page. Here's Miss Rumphius. She's much older now. She's telling stories to the children. And here is a leaf for this charm for this 7th signature. And of course she's got her kitty cats around her. And a picture of that time that she went to the beach. There's a little cabana up there, or bungalow. And then she's inspired the children to grow these flowers. So you see these kids running around. She's up here in her house, but the kids are running around and they're picking flowers, and they'll end up replanting flowers. And down here we have some nice trim. Also on this side is some trim. And another friend page from a book, and a pretty little tag going in this upper pocket. Green paper, very lightly stenciled. You can hardly see it. And a fabric tab. And then some fiber paper here. And purple paper here. And there is the back. I have my stamp right there, and then there is the back of the book. Friends, I hope you love it as much as I do. And Cara, I hope you love it as much as I do. I really enjoyed doing this for you and with you, and I got such a kick out of it, and it was just a real treat to take my time and put some extra special touches in this project. Well, friends, thank you so much. If you didn't see the tassel, keep your eyes open for that video. And if you didn't see the scroll, you must. So please keep your eyes open for that video. It's the first scroll I ever made, and I used an antique piano roll to make it. So a first time that I ever did that, and also a special piece as well. All right, my friends. Thanks for watching. See you soon.